Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be taking you on a tutorial on how to make a trouser. If this sounds interesting to you, why not sit back? Let's take this journey together. To all our returning subscribers, we love you and thank you so much. If you're here to subscribe to our YouTube channel, why not hit the subscribe button, like, share, and comment on this video, and set up the notification bell so that anytime I post the video, you'll be the first to receive it. Thank you. So for our pants, this is our starting line. Okay, this is going to be our starting line. So we'll start by taking our length measurement. Okay, our trouser length is 40 inches. Okay, but because the trouser is going to be having a 2 inches band, so we'll be doing a -2. So can you see it? We'll be doing a -2 to get 40. Okay, so this is 40, and then we are going to be adding 1.5 seam allowance to make it 41.5. So we'll try to get it. Okay, try to get a -2 to get our length 40 and 41.5. Okay, so the total length we're marking is 41.5. Okay, all right, so we'll be connecting the lines. We'll be connecting it. This is 40 and this is 1.5 sewing allowance. Okay, to make it, let me use my marker so that we can see it very well. Okay, this is our trouser length. Okay, so now we'll go ahead to get the hip line and the crotch depth. The hip line we'll be working with is 8. So we are going to be doing a -2 to get 8. -2. Okay, can you see where my -2 is to get 8? -2 to get 8. Okay, and for our crotch depth, the crotch depth I'll be working with is 10.5 inches. Okay, 10.5 inches. So -2 to get 10.5, -2 to get a 10.5. Okay, -2 to get a 10.5. And the next line we'll be getting is our nail length. The nail length we're working with is 22. So we are going to mark 22 inches, -2 to get 22 inches, -2 to get 22 inches. Okay, so now we are going to be connecting it. We're going to be connecting it. Okay, make sure that your line is straight. Make sure you have a straight line. This is our crotch, and this will be our nail length. Okay, so now that we have all these lines, so let me quickly use my marker so that we can be able to. And for our starting point, our starting line will be used as, it will be used as our waist line. Okay, so we are going to label it. This is our waistline, this is our hip line, this is our crotch depth, this is our knee length, and this is the length, our trouser length. Okay, so we'll start by getting our hip measurement. Our hip measurement we are working with is 40. 40 divided by 4 will give us 10. So on the hip line, we are going to be marking 10. Okay, so the same, we are going to mark same 10 on our waistline, and we are going to also mark same 10 on our crotch depth. So what we are going to be doing is to connect the 3 lines. Okay, connect the 3 lines. Now on this crotch depth, we are going to come in by half an inch. We're going to come in by half an inch. Okay, and on this other part as well, we are going to be coming in by half an inch. Okay, now before we go ahead, from this point where we came in, okay, from this point where we came in, we are going to measure our waist. The waist we are working with is 13 inches divided by 13 inches divided by 4 to give us 7.5. This is 7.5. Okay, so we want a dart at the front of our trousers, so we are going to be adding 1 inch for the dart. Okay, 1 inch. So now we are going to connect this to the hip. We're going to be connecting it to the hip. Okay, so let me use this so that it will be very visible. Okay. Okay. So this is what we have for the hip. So like I said, we are dividing our thigh measurements by 4. The thigh measurements by 2, sorry. The thigh measurement we are working with is 24. 24 divided by 2 is going to give us 12. So we'll mark our 12 here. Okay, so now at this point, okay, I just need to draw a straight line to give me a guide, okay, to know where our middle point is. Okay, so at this point we are going to come out by 0.5. okay, or you can make it 0.75. Let's go with 0.75 inches. Okay, 0.75, and you mark it. Okay, so you mark this point. Now what we are going to be doing is, you know, we came in here by half inch. We are going to be connecting it to this point where we have our 12 inches. Okay, so let's use our curve to try to, okay, all right, okay, so now you try to connect it to this. Can you see what we have? Okay, let me do it better with our marker. Okay. In pattern drafting your pants, this crotch is very It's very, very important. It's very important to get it right. Okay, trying to get the curve. Okay, so that line, because we are splitting this pants into two. But before we do that, don't forget we came in here by halving, connecting it to this other place. We are going to be connecting it to the hip line. Okay, so now that we are done, we are going to be measuring to know what we have here. Okay, don't forget we came in here by 0.5. we're going to measure, and what we have here is 11.5. So we are going to be dividing 11.5 by 2. And when you divide that, you can use your tape rule to have an accurate measurement. It gives you 5.75, okay? So you come where you have your crotch depth, and from this starting point, okay, you measure your 5.75 and you mark it, okay? Also make sure that the other side is the same. Okay, so now we are going to be drawing a straight line from here all through our pants, okay, so that subsequent measurements we have, we'll be splitting it on both sides. So now that we have taken a straight line down to the end of our pants, okay, the next thing we are going to be doing now is to get our new measurement. Now you can use your waist, your hip divided by 4, okay? You can use hip divided by 4, okay, minus half. And the hip we are working with is 40. So we are going to do 40 divided by 4 to give us 10, minus half is going to give us 9.5. So the 9.5, we are going to be splitting it on both sides. Okay, we are going to be splitting it on both sides. So now how do we do that? 9.5 divided by 2 is giving us 4.75. So you come in here and you measure 4.75. Okay, 4.75. From this angle, you also go out by 4.75. Okay, so this is what we have, this is what we have. And okay, the formula I'm actually working with for this tutorial, on the down part, because what we are trying to make is a straight pant. On the down part, okay, here, our trouser length, what we are going to do is the hip measurement divided by 2, which will give us 10. That is 40 by 4, which is 10. 40 divided by 4, which will give us 10. Now this time around, you know, we minus half inch here, okay? Comes to this down part, we are going to be adding 0.5 inches to give us 10.5. Now 10.5 divided by 2 is going to give us 5.25. So we are going to be measuring 5.25 on this part, okay, and on this other part we are going to be measuring 5.25. okay. There are actually so many ways you can get all these measurements. You can decide to measure your knee length, okay, you can your knee length. You can decide to measure your knee round, you can decide to measure your knee round. You can decide to measure your ankle just to get what you want here, okay. But for this tutorial, I'll be using this formula that I have given us. Okay, so now we are going to be connecting. We are going to be connecting to our lines. Okay, let's connect. So this is what we have here. Okay, so now what we are going to do is on the hip side, okay, I want it to be a bit curvy, so I'm going to come up by 0.5. Okay, we're going to come up by 0.5. Don't forget these are starting line. Going to come up by 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. Okay, we're going to roll it out. Okay, and from here, okay, we are going to give it a slant. We are going to give it a slant. We are going to give it a slant just to accommodate the tummy at the front and for it to sit very well. Okay, can you see what I did? Then this line, we are going to extend it. Okay, I'll be doing it with my marker so that it will be clearer. Okay. Okay, so this is what we have, and that is all for our front pattern. Okay, that is all for our front pattern. We'll be cutting it out. Okay, so now for the back pattern, I came down by 3 on my paper and I came in by 3 just to have space and for us to have a starting line. So like I've already labeled, these are waistline, these are hip line, and this is our crotch depth, nail line, and nail length and the length of our trouser. So now we'll start by taking our hip measurements. Okay, we are just going to be replicating what we have at the front. Hip measurements divided by 4, it's going to give us 10. Okay, 10. We're going to measure same 10 here. Okay, and same on our crotch depth. So we'll be connecting it on the straight line. Okay, so now on this back part, I'm going to be coming in by 1 inch. Okay, watch me. I'll be coming in by 1 inch. 1 inch, and I'll be going up by 1.5. 1.5. So I'm going in by 1 inch and I'm coming up by 1.5. Let me measure the 1 inch here. Okay, all right, can we see what I have? And on this we'll be trying to get the midpoints of this line. Okay, so these are midpoints. What we have there is, okay, so let's measure our midpoints. Okay, it's just to help me, to give me a guide. And on this, while making my crotch, let me have to draw out this line just to give me a guide. Okay, just to give me a guide. Crotch depth, okay, we came in by ½ an inch even at the front pattern. Now the crotch that we used on our front pattern is 10.5. Now the total circumference or the total crotch level we are working with is 24. So 24 minus 10.5 that we used for the front, what we have is 13.5. So from this point we are going to be measuring 13.5. Okay, so we are going to be measuring 13.5. Okay, and on this part we have to come out by 0.75, just like we did at the front. So now we are going to be connecting this, and this. So this is what we have here, right? So this is what we'll be cutting out. Now from this point now, we will be trying to get our waist. Don't forget that we imputed that at the front and we want to repeat same. So from this point to this point, let's see what we have here. We have 10 inches. Okay, from this point to this point we have 10 inches. Okay, so we are going to be imputing our that, okay, at the middle. Here we have 5 inches. Now from this point we are going to be slanting this into here, but before we do that, let's get our hip, the circumference of our waist divided by 4. That's 30 divided by 4 is going to give us 7.5. Okay, this 7.5, and we are going to be adding 1 inch for our darts. Okay, and we can just add ½ inch just for ease. Okay, or just like a quarter for ease. Okay, so we'll be connecting the lines together. Okay, can you see what we have here? Now this same line, we'll be connecting it to our hip line and down to this 0.5 that we have here. Okay, so just watch me. So this is what we have for the back. Okay, coming to this point now, you know the back pants is the bigger part of the pants. Okay, so we are going to be measuring what we have here. The total of what we have here, we have a total of 13. So we are going to be splitting 13 into 2. It's going to give us 6.5. So at this point we mark our 6.5. Okay, because we are going to be taking it down. We are going to be marking 6.5 down. So now that we've been able to draw a straight line down, okay, so what we'll be doing now is to connect, is to divide. Don't forget, on our nail length, the formula we used is 40, which is our hip measurement, circumference of our hip, divided by 4 minus 1. That gave us 9.5. Okay, so we were able to divide 9.5 into 2 and it gave us 4.75. So on both sides we are going to be measuring 4.75. I hope you can see what I'm doing. 4.75. Okay, and on this other part we are going to be measuring 4.75. Okay, so and at the base, the formula we used is our hip circumference divided by 4, which gave us 10. Okay, and we added 0.5 to give us 10.5. So we are able to divide it into 2 and it gave us 5.25. So that is what we'll be taking at the back part. 5.25. Okay, this is it, and 5.25. 5.25. Okay. Okay, now so let's connect it. Now that we are done connecting our lines, can you see what we have? Okay, this is what we have. Now, so what I'll be doing now is to measure our dart. Okay, the dart I want to use at the back is 4.5. Okay, so I'm going to be rolling it out. 4.5. The length of the dart is 4.5, so we are going in and out by 0.5, 0.5. Okay, so we are going to be connecting it. So this is our dart. Okay, so basically this is what we have for our back pattern. Okay, we are going to cut it out, and by the time we are done cutting it, okay, you'll be able to see what it looks like. Okay, let's cut together. So if this video has been helpful to you, why not give it a thumbs up, like, share and comment, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel, support our YouTube channel. Okay, so this is what we have for the back pattern. Okay, so now this is what we have for the front pattern, and this is what we have for our back pattern. Okay, all right, thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching to the end of the video. Please, in our next video I'll be showing you how to cut out these pants on our fabric. We are going to be using an African print. We are going to be using an Ankara to make this trouser. In our next video we are going to show you how to do this. Bye bye.
I've got too many reasons